And that's why technical difficulties are actually awesome. Oh hi, I didn't see you guys there. Good evening, Free Enterprise fans. I'm Neon Gray, back for game 2 of Possumorpheus versus Wewbear. Today I am with Alicel. How you doing?
I am doing fantastic today, and I am excited for this race.
Yeah, so am I. We had a great one yesterday. If you have not caught that VOD yet, or if you weren't there yesterday, definitely go back and catch it after this race, because it was amazing. And today I see here that we have a Yang hero. That's fun. We haven't seen him pop up as often as some of the others. So this should be really good because he's he's a little bit awkward in some ways.
Absolutely. He doesn't start out with a whole lot of power or generally anything, but if you're able to get him a lot of levels, he has lots of health and he hits pretty hard.
He does. The other problem, though, is Yang's agility is probably best described as Cecil, but worse. So, and he's got a pretty limited equipment pool. Like, he can't use any of the weapons that would adjust agility. He's basically just looking at cursed rings, ninja hats, and crystal ring. And for endgame levels, you're really wanting to pull him up, because that'll get you to 28 for a nice smooth breakpoint, but he's not in a good state for a lot of comfy levels.
But it looks like we have a Kane start. That's always fun. Kane is one of those characters that has tons of utility. And I believe those were some guards that we saw.
Yeah, one of two possibilities that could be. Either the Baron guards, who normally accompany Yang in vanilla, or the Kaipo guards from the package boss in vanilla. But we also don't have a key item to start, which is always fun. Just a crystal shield, which we don't even really want that.
It's good money. Money's always good.
It is.
Kane can definitely benefit from equipment. And speaking of equipment, both of our runners heading to Eblin.
Yeah, this is a really common play if you've got Cade in your starting set, just because the chance of getting a viable weapon for him out of Eblet is really good. That's a heroine robe right there on the left tower. They're both going on different sides.
Wewbear finding the first of the trap chests and goes ahead and takes a reset, but knows which chests have the good stuff.
Yeah, and Possum also extracted a Bacchus wine out of that. So both of our runners should have that.
Bacchus wines are one of those J items that are fantastic. They cast Berserk, and since this is no J items found in shops, the only way to get them is to either find them or find an edge and steal them.
Yeah, and especially with a melee party like that, that is really a very nice find, because that's gonna give our low-level noodle arms some oomph if we use it early, or if we go with using it late, that's just a berserk that a white mage does not have to cast.
And honestly, there's no guarantee that we'll have a white mage anyway.
It's true, there very much is no guarantee at all. But there's probably gonna be someone who can at least cast Berserk. Because there are 3 possible characters in the character pool who can, those being Tella, Rosa, and Porum. It's pretty rare to not see any of those. Doesn't mean it can't happen, though. See maybe giveth, and see maybe taketh away.
Yeah, we could just get a whole bunch of bruisers, nobody to cast Berserk or cure them, or we could just start finding black mages.
It's true. We absolutely could. Or we could, just like yesterday, just find some more strong boys to swing weapons fast.
I mean, it's no secret that my favorite thing in the world is a crystal sword Cecil.
It's true. Like, he does a lot of damage, and it's really nice to see. And of course, I am a noted fan of our lovely Dragoon boy Cade, who, you know, give him a white spear, Dragoon spear, defense sword, any of that. He'll do plenty of damage. He won't do the most damage, but he'll do work for you, and he'll do it slightly faster than Cecil. So, hey.
But I think at this point, both of our runners have found all of the trap chests, and at least Wewbear has finished with Eblin Castle and is going to start doing some of the more regular checks.
Yeah, just Wewbear heading up to Mount Hobbs to see about getting another character. Possum is going back to clear the rest of the middle. Getting some of this nice caster gear. That Sorcerer Robe is a great find.
Oh, and that Heroine Robe, too, is nothing to sneeze at. If you find an early Porum or Iridia or Rosa and some good arrows, they can just hit things very hard.
Yeah, they are very good at hitting things, and that's a Tella on Mount Hobbs with the sparkle. With an Ogopogo, that's something nobody wants to see. That's something nobody likes seeing.
But if you're gonna see it, here's the place.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty simple place to have an Ogopogo. The sad thing is here, we don't have enough, like, the best weapon we found for that Cade in that emblem is an Assassin Dagger, and the Assassin Dagger's use is for, it's really only good for getting, procs out of, to do the instant death. It is lousy damage, and, it's gonna be a little bit of work here.
And meanwhile, Possum found a dark elf taking a shower. One boss they won't have to worry about elsewhere.
That's a bit of a disappointing find there, just because the Dark Elf is not high on the threats list. Wewbear is through that Ogopogo, though.
And with that Tella, as many of the folks are pointing out in chat, it does open up a grind option that has been pretty common here in the marathon, or in the tournament.
Oh, the 2 Gungnir's.
You've had first Gungnir, yes, but what about second Gungnir?
I mean, it's... Kane has 2 hands, but you can't use a spear with both of them. But yes, it is quite possible that we have found our grind using our old man. There is, of course, if you've been watching very many of these races, you will have seen at some point a D-Machine grind wherein we go to the Giant of Babel, we go through a convoluted little step route that we've had worked out for us by the very nice people who know how to manhandle this ROM. And then we get, we pull up a fight where we can summon infinite, machine dragons, which will give us a great deal of XP.
Now, that is all determined on finding that darkness crystal. So, if our runners, say, find an edge somewhere and don't find that darkness crystal right away, they may decide to go with an egg grind.
I mean, they may prefer to do that anyway, if an edge shows up, because the fact of D-Machine grinds is that runners tend not to enjoy doing them. And we have our other guard sprite. This is Kaipo guards here in the Antlion, which means that back over in Baron, it is the Baron guards.
This is a fight that was a pitiful lip bolt. This is a fight that you would really rather see on the moon or in a terrible location.
Oh, and Possum uses that exit immediately after getting his old man. Doesn't go for the back chest. He's not getting that Gungnir. And to answer Cryuji in chat, that is not vanilla Baron guards. You could call it French vanilla because those guards are normally in the spot in the visible spot in Baron Inn. The place where the Baron guards are is the Beigen spot. We get a Luca key out of Antlion. Ooh, and that's a Gaia drum sitting in that chest there. Very helpful.
Absolutely, that Gaia drum could very quickly take out those guards for Possumorpheus, or he may want to save it for some other nasty fight, say in the Baron Inn.
Yeah, like, it could very well also be something held onto for the Crystal Room fight on Mount Ordeals. That's pretty common to want a big-ticket J item for that. Looks like Possum is trying to just forego the XP from this spot, because if you just kill the 3 guards in front, that officer will run away, taking all the XP with him. But given that he does not have any good weapons here, I cannot really blame him.
And Antlion is not known for its high XP gain.
Yeah. Oh, and we get that Swoon proc, so he does get the full XP. And there's Poison Claws for sale in Fabul, which is a fantastic find. Most of Yang's claws do not give stats. The Poison Claws give strength.
And we have a little bit of vanilla looking on the screen with that Yang, but Pale Dim has come down from his mighty altar to slow us to death.
Wait a minute, he was there yesterday. Asuka, did you just take yesterday's seed and just, like, only shuffle it a little bit?
But those Poison Claws will definitely come in handy for this Pale Dim, who resists any elemental attack.
Yeah, so that's another huge bonus there, because, of course, Yang, with his default equipment set, starts wearing a Fire Claw, which will really hinder his damage. Ooh, a Pink Tail from the Fabul defense. Not immediately useful, but everybody loves a Pink Tail. It's a free high-tier item. It's a very good chance of being a really good weapon for a Kain or a Cecil. It could also be Artemis arrows, which nobody on this team could use, but are still very good. And it could also be a white shirt, which Tello could wear.
Yeah, white shirt is great magic defense.
Yeah. Black sword on your way up to convert all Cecils into siege, should they exist, to a paladin. That's exactly where you want to see that.
But Wewbear has decided, hey, I've got a Tella. I think I should go get him his full suite of spells before trying anything else, and is heading up Mount Ordeals.
Yeah, we're seeing a pretty ordinary vanilla-based loop on this, and that's free.
So if we keep finding free bosses on the Earth, it means that the moon will be absolutely terrible.
Oh boy. And the moon is hard required because we've got 2 objectives that we know require us go to the moon.
Now, because I can never remember, is the Masamune altar the Paladin altar or the Ogopogo altar?
Oh no, the Masamune altar is in fact the dreaded Lake Okanagan, home of the Ogopogo. It's not as high hit points as the Ribbon spot, but it's still really the ugliest spot on the moon.
Absolutely. Pretty much everything that ends up there hits hard with magic, with physical. It could be an alt gauntlet, and then everybody cheers.
Except for our runners, unless they're partially ground, but not completely ground.
But we do find some leg here up on the back attack spot.
Oh, we do like us a little leg.
Leg's a little angry and just said, no thanks to that Yang.
Yeah, fortunately that Young is not going to be doing the heavy lifting here because we are actively trying to avoid the Fire 2 counters, and we're just having Kane jump, and with the Gungnir on Wewbear's side, he's going to have a much easier time of that. Possum is in a bit of a stickier situation.
Absolutely. Without having those that Gungnir and just depending on that Assassin Dagger, not gonna do Possum any favors.
Yeah, like, just not going to that back set of hobs is, you know, that is really gonna make Possum's early game a lot harder.
But Wewbear has taken down Leg and is going to show us the boss here in the top of Ordeals.
Oh, and Scythe Marshal did catch that Possum managed to purchase a Poison Axe, which is not as good as a Gungnir, but it'll do. So that he should still be able to get through that. Oh, he's putting the Assassin Dagger on. No, you're not gonna want that for this fight. Ooh, man. That's very fitting.
And this is rude. I like this.
Mom is... are we going to get to see the kick? Are we gonna get to see a kick? Come on. Yeah, Possum's putting that Poison Axe back on. Because once this pops, I mean, a kick might do it. A kick might do it. Oh, and Rubicant preferentially targeting that Kane.
Knows who the real threat here is and says, no thanks, I would not like to be hit with a Poison Axe.
Yeah, Yang power punching pretty well, though. Yeah, for more damage than that Poison Axe does. That is the problem of the Poison Axe. Its accuracy is worse than the spears, so you're gonna get really swingy damage. Down goes our old man.
But Wewbear has finished the top of Ordeals. Tella has his entire spell suite. And we'll see where Wu wants to go next.
My best guess, especially since we don't have Underground, is we are almost certainly gonna see him go to Baron Inn. I don't know that he has any other exposed options. Checking Mist for a Mist Dragon, and honestly, I know when I'm routing, if I've gotten this far to Ordeals, and I have not found any sort of underground access, that's when I start to suspect Mist. But we'll see what is at Baron in here.
Absolutely. And maybe we'll see if there is a hidden Miss Dragon. My favorite is when Miss Dragon is in the Magus Sister spot and is holding the Earth Crystal.
That's everybody's favorite. And there's an Aegis shield just sitting in the open chest in Baron Town. Bahamut here is turbo free.
Bahamut, teaching us all how to count down from 5, takes that Gungnir to the face.
Yes. And see, told you so. There's our Miss Dragon.
Thankfully, this spot is very, very, very slow.
I mean, that's yes and no in terms of thankfully, because I'm not sure we're gonna have got enough oomph to one cycle this, which means we're gonna be sitting for a while on the second go-round. But we'll see how it goes, because we are jumping pretty high. Possum gets through with a firebomb, gets his pan and his upgrades for Tilla and theoretical Cecils.
And that jump was enough, and we have one-cycled that D-Mist.
Very nicely done. Good play on Wewbear. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! It's a twin harp.
I hope that Miss Dragon has a Boreas.
Yeah, or maybe something that we can't do anything with yet, like I don't know. Give her the pass. The spoon? Oh, she's got the spoon. And there's some basic camping gear there, along with the Ether 2s. That's going to be really good to know about if this does come down to a D-Machine grind.
Definitely, and finding camping gear is one of those things that you don't think about until you're on the moon and you have no cabins and no tents.
Yeah, and you're just like, please, literally anything. And yeah, Possum also bottlenecked into this Baron check. We are gonna do a quick check for our Wyvern over here. That's an evil wall. That's nice to find there. Ruling that out, beautiful. We never have to fight an evil wall in this seed. Oh, it could be package. What if it's package?
Package would be so rude for where Wu parked.
Oh, chains upon chains. I like this.
So then you have to ask, which rabbit hole do I go down?
Yeah, and like both Baron and Twin Harp are long checks. Like, it's a hike no matter what.
And I guess that Baron key from Mama Rydia is sort of vanilla, since you got it from the fight in the second spot.
Yeah. Wewbear going back to Baron over that. But among other things, I bet he's going for, yes, the gated weapon shop.
And this is completely understandable. Just being able to have this weapon shop, you have 2 chances at a boss. It's probably a more dense check than going to chat's favorite music.
Yeah, like, and the other thing too is, this rarely matters if you're making this choice, but because it's come up so early, it does now. It is a much easier check, just because you're expected to go to it earlier in the game, vanilla-wise. So the bosses, the stats here are lower. This is just an easier kill. With our melee-oriented boys here, it's not as much of a thing, but
well, we do also know that there is a freebie here. So that first spot, other than it's going to hit hard, you can just get through pretty easily.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, like hard to disagree with this call here. As we basically stick with right now we're basically following pure vanilla progression on this, which is really kind of neat to see. I hope this one's the package. If this one's the package, then they have to go to music.
I still hope it's a Boreas.
Oh, Boreas would be so good. Maybe a wizard hat?
I don't want him to have anything useful.
Haven't they already found a wizard hat? That would just be a duplicate. I think it's still possible to get, you know, the spear, the myth, the legend, the drain spear out of this. Glass hats are so useful with all these melee spots left ahead of us, though.
And that is some octopus royalty there. Are we playing a different game?
Youch, seafood soup.
And seafood soup over here is going to have a real bad time.
Yeah, where is Natara when you need her? Her bargain bin husbando is here.
But with that Lit 3 from Tella, that is enough to take out this octopus, and we'll see what our key item location holds.
Yes, and do we get a character? Do we not get a character?
It's a white mage.
That is a fantastic find. I've said this before, but I have really warmed up to Porum on this flag set. She's been really handy, because, you know, this is a flag set where, especially if you're going for a melee comp, you're really supported by having 2 white mages. And yeah, she's just very good at that.
Well, and with those mute arrows that we found, that heroine robe, if we fight a mage type boss, we could let Porum hit things.
Very true. Like right now we've got the poor man's Porum, Sid, doing the same thing on Possum's side up until that stone goes off. And oh, the Baron is the magma key. We're not getting music.
Now, if music holds something like, say, the darkness crystal,
that would be very good. Yeah, my guess is, you know, we're gonna see immediate pan checks, just because, you know, we can do the full thing right here, right now.
Yep, I would think hit Fey March, grab the freebie there, and then smack Yang with the pan, get 2 key items there, then figure out, okay, now what do I want to do?
Yeah, and the other thing too is because K summon is off, we're not gonna get a key item from the sylphs, but they are gonna give us an item, and it's usually pretty decent. Wewbear going to Fey March first.
This play absolutely makes sense. As the old advice goes, check your freebies.
Yeah, like, especially when right now, we've actually had a really key item dense overworld right now, so getting more key items as we can, that's just gonna make our grind, our chances of having an easier grind, is gonna be all the better. That's Zeus Gauntlets, that's not a key item, but, it's key to our killing things, so.
Yep, and we've got a couple of characters right now who can use that. Let you hit things real hard.
Yeah, I love those Zeus gauntlets. It's a million strength.
And speaking of more freebies,
I just saw that there. With a different. That was Pancraz's seed that I was watching earlier that had that. Asuka, did you steal that Fey March boss setup from Pancraz?
it's just a little mismatch of yesterday, today.
Yeah, it's wow. Like just we need to give the old random number tumbler a good shaking. What do the sylphs give us? So Edge is definitely not in this seed.
I would think not. Not with that nice piece of equipment.
Oh, and I don't remember if Wewbear checked the item shop at Aggart, but there's cabins, the premium level camping gear. Yeah, Wewbear popping his starter siren right now.
This makes a ton of sense. Gives you enough levels to take out some of the bosses down here in the underworld.
Yeah, like absolutely. This will be a nice kickstart. Because right now this is you don't want to keep that Sid if you don't have to. But because you're a Yang hero, keeping the Sid is not as bad as it could be. He will not be too far behind Yang in agility. Especially if we get him a ninja hat or an arty bow or something, and he'll be fine. I don't like Sid with a lot of heroes, but Yang can make him work.
Well, and that Porum got quite a nice little slingshot, getting 16 levels and getting most, if not all, of her utility spells.
And that is fantastic, because, you know, you want your blinks, you want your berserks, you want all of that good stuff.
But we'll see if Sheila is holding the goods today, or if she is just holding Bubkiss.
Oh, that's adamant. And a tower key.
Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 key items already.
Yeah, this is a super dense earth. Like I think it's been, what, 2 misses so far. And we have only found 1 terminal key item, or 2 now, with the adamant and the pink tail. So we've seen a lot going on here. Oh, Wewbear!
Looks like Wewbear, knowing his opponent's hatred of music, is going to go ahead and check this. If this pays out with something like the Legend Sword, the Earth Crystal, the Darkness
Wyvern?
Crystal.
Come on, be Wyvern. Be Wyvern down here. It could be Wyvern.
Just as long as it's not Golbez.
Yeah, he changes the music. That's no fun.
But Possumorpheus kind of just following in Wewbear's footsteps, treading over a lot of the same ground.
Yeah, just generally slowed up a little bit by not having that initial Gungnir, and just from I think taking a slightly more inefficient route through Outland Castle has just kind of kept him behind. So we will see if this choice gives Possum a chance to catch up.
But we, as commentators, will be quiet and let DJ Spooty B put on his sick beats. But Wewbear is through the Magus Sisters. That was a little bit of Kirby for y'all. And Oh, go ahead.
Well, I know I started dancing in my seat. Oh, that's a darkness crystal! Oh.
Oh, dear.
Get out your witch hat. You called it.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not a witch. But you'll have to get the duck.
Yeah. So somebody go get that duck.
But it looks like Wewbear is gonna head back underground first. Might want to take on a couple of objectives. Maybe that dwarf castle.
Not surprised to see him pop down here, all things considered,
And it looks like we have Odin in the first spot.
Okay. Yeah, Scythe's pointing out that this is almost certainly for the character check, cause yeah, Sid will work with this party, but ideally you don't want Sid.
You could always assert dominance over the seed and yeet Tella.
I mean, if it's an edge, I mean, that presents the Berserk problem, but, we do have a wine, which is one wine enough to substitute Tella's utility? Maybe. Possum done with his initial sirens, gonna hit up tower first, so he's not gonna follow up on that twin harp until he has to.
Well, and this makes sense,
Yeah.
since the boss of Lower Babel is an objective. Second rule of free enterprise is do your objectives.
Yeah, and in this case too, we've got a tower key. We don't, Tower Top's largest stat is hit points. Just because, that is the original Dr. Luge fight. Which, that's got like 4 separate possible entities that can exist in that, so it's just a sponge. Yeah, and Wewbear bailing out of Dwarf after that Odin, and also gonna hit up tower.
Now, if Wyvern wants to be on the top of tower, that is my favorite place to find them, because the spot says so little magic damage that you have a less than 0 chance of dodging nukes.
Yeah, it's true. That is hilarious. That spot for much the same reason is why it's my favorite spot for Odin to show up in, because either you dodge the Zantetsuken. Oh, gross.
Things you don't want to see at top of tower?
CPU. That is... boy. And Golbez in the tower room. Oh.
This tower is terrible.
I hate this. And moreover, this is this also makes it what also makes this a really bad spot for CPU is that Yang not back row glitchable. He's always gonna do half damage to that CPU. Kane is gonna avoid that by jumping. At least I think that we're getting Berserk off on him. So he's not back row glitched. He's gonna do half damage to that CPU. That Sid will do full damage, but he's not gonna do as much damage to this boss.
And Wewbear only having Yang and Porum alive, that's not the dream on people you want to try and kill Golbez with.
Fortunately, this spot has like about 4 hit points. But more than that, Porum. You tried. And to answer the question in chat, no, Yang does not have long-range weaponry at all. It is possible with the glitch that should even still be available, even with glitches off. It is possible to sneak a harp onto him, which would back row glitch him, but that's nobody does that because that is so much work to set that up. And Possum is through, pretty much just by YOLOing that fight. Gets a non-key item, the crystal armor. But objective. Oh, there was Swag Rocks, yes.
Swag Rocks wasn't even enough to kill that CPU in that spot, which is just awful.
Got so many hit points. So many hit points. Possum 2 getting that moment of, oh no, I don't want to see that.
And Wewbear gonna get the fun damage sponge here of Orb.
Yes. Everybody loves the orb. Everybody loves these cute piggies.
But Neon, why are they all pigs?
You see, in Final Fantasy IV, in general, unless they're all applied at once, you can only have one status effect on you at a given time. So, in this fight, he applies hold to the party, so that none of you can do commands. But if you're already a pig, you can't be held. So you're still free to input commands, do your inventory management. Sit there and hope the character you're waiting on is not the one who dies. No fooling around here, just pulls out that, one of those guide rubs he's found, and one-shots Golbez.
No bacon for Golbez tonight.
He just wanted a sandwich. And look, he has to get his bacon this way through the fight, because if he's not in the fight, he's not wearing a shirt, and you can't make bacon if you're not wearing a shirt. That's just dangerous.
This is true.
As everybody knows, when Golbez isn't in combat, and, you know, even when he's older, even when he's in combat, he just doesn't wear a shirt. But, I mean, you're built like Golbez. Who could blame you for that?
But Possumorpheus is the first finished with this tower, and we'll see if that tower key holds any value.
Yeah, we will get that shortly and see here. That's a rat tail. That's nice, but we can't do anything with that yet.
And that is 9 key items, if I can count to 9.
Yeah, looks like 9 to me also, so Possum's now gonna check out that dwarf castle, and with some more XP out of this, he should be in good shape to get through this Odin.
Yep, I know Possum took a couple of eggs, got a bonus siren, so his party is a little bit higher than Wewbear's was at this point.
Yes, so this should be a lot easier. And Blue Cat Loach noting that he thinks Possum has picked up a Thunderclaw somewhere, which, if so, will just trivialize this Odin. And yeah, if he's berserking the Cane first, yeah, he's swapping to a Thunderclaw.
Yeah, this Odin is about to have a very, very rough time.
Yeah, Sid using that Lit Bolt, which is of course hit point based. And thus hits for over 4,000 damage and Yang for the kill. Very nicely done.
We'll see if this is a duplicate character or if this is somebody new that Possum would like to take.
And Wewbear is through the main body of the CPU, just gonna take down that attacker now. Got a Sura here. And that's a duplicate Dragoon.
Asura is about to, yeah, have a rough time.
Yeah, she's about to get formed. Yeah, not even taking any turns. Just gonna let the girl do it. Yeah, second hit will... Oh, well, yeah, one there. Just... There we go. Nicely done.
And Asura in that spot, definitely not a threat. The magic power is so low in that spot. Cure 3 only doing 200 hit points, so nah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's completely fine.
But now we get to find out what the height of dwarven fashion is.
What is around Luca's neck today? Oh, it's a present.
Luca, why?
She wanted to give us a present.
That is 10 key items for Possumorpheus.
Yes, actually, so that's a great find, even if it doesn't come up.
And a terminal key item check. So the possum is going to commit to fading music.
Oh. I mean, this cave is closer, so it follows, but ooh. I don't like this cave.
Oh, just gonna open it. Oh, open it and save it, and then go back in. Okay.
Yeah, Wewbear is gonna get that package, and he should already be at 10, I think, because he's got the darkness. But let me count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Awesome! If you go down the rope of shame, you need to collect the chest of shame.
Every chest you don't open is a crystal sword.
Yeah, I mean, it's not possible to roll that here, but, you know, if that one is going to have a crystal sword because you didn't check the chest of shame. Now, and Dia pointing out that, yeah, this is the item out of inventory, so even if he resets out of this, the key item is gone, and it's not clogging a spot for him.
Now, if this is something like Wyvern, and Possum knows this is the last key item check available, other than music, Possum is in go mode.
Yeah, you know what, that is... Oh! Oh, that's interesting.
Possum is also in go mode. Once he picks up that darkness crystal.
Yeah. That's very interesting. Mylon and Friends here is not a problematic boss. To answer Beowulf in chat, yes, D-Mist was found, sitting, at the second slot in the Baron Inn. Gave us the Baron key, which gave us our Magma key. And yeah, Wewbear does not yet realize that he's in go mode, and, you know what, right now, I'm not a fan of the Luca check, but I'm, you know, hoping, you know, if we can keep this closeness on this race together, I'm hoping he goes to check it.
Absolutely. Luca is one of those checks that you just feels bad if it is nothing, or if it's a key item that leads to a chain that's nothing.
That was a very nice hit from that medium. And that lightning, nice shot.
Mylon is very fast and very angry.
It's true, and this is gonna be, you know, the strongest lit ones you'll ever see from a boss, because this is some super high magic damage here. Oh, he's going for it! We have a race here. Oh boy.
Now, Possum still has to go get that darkness crystal, but knows it is sitting there at music. There is nowhere else it can be on the Earth.
Yeah, like he has exhausted every other check, and actually, and that's what Wewbear is doing here too. He's just taken out this one last check on the Earth, and boy, is he going to be thrilled to see this. Because he has been burned on Missing Forge before.
And now we get the fun activity of warping out of Sealed Cave.
Everybody's favorite set of sounds.
Well, and Possum knows that if Wewbear has done the same things that he has and has done music, he knows that he's got to move.
Yeah, like honestly, this check, the way this has fallen out key item wise, yeah, both of these runners, you know, they know each other very well. They know each other's styles very well, and they are both gonna know that they do not have 1 second to waste here. Wewbear gets that legend sword.
And we have all these tails in our inventory and no hook to turn them in with.
Yeah, and we're not even gonna be going for them, like, really. Like, you know, I expect we're gonna get our D-Machines, just because I don't really see another good way for us to grind, so we're gonna go take care of that, and then, just blast through the moon. If we're lucky, we'll get a swag walk from both of these guys, which would be great.
Well, it would be pretty funny if when they take on that Nazimune altar, they get a pass.
That would be incredible. That Artemis bow is really interesting to see there. That would bring Sid's agility up above Yang's, which would be very, very good for him, but of course, it's a very spendy item. Awesome. Possum is going to the green greens.
But I will expect that both of our runners will be starting their D-Machine grinds here very soon.
Yeah. Because, you know, they're... The question is, you know, are one or the other of them going to try and shave it short to try and get a speed edge?
Really, you just need to figure out how many levels does Porum need to get to white, or not to white, to cure 4, and see if you can slap as much defense gear on her and just go for it.
Yeah, like, I'm just wondering though, like, maybe you want to pull it like 1 or 2 levels short and get that and make up those levels doing your Cave Bahamut and your Masamune altar. But we'll see what these guys decide.
And chat is pointing out that they do have the option of behemoths up on the moon, and then just kind of go with lower levels.
That's very true. And to answer Pancrez, yes, Protect Rings were also in the Forge shop.
But we will go ahead in this very exciting match and give you a reprise of music. And Porum, having gotten to play the Archer Queen, has taken out those Magus Sisters, and Possumorpheus will be picking up his Darkness Crystal.
Yeah, nicely done there. Wewbear is now going to cash in his Legend Sword. And his Adamant there. Basically putting our runners at the exact same point at the exact same time. Oh boy. Yeah, we're selling everything we can here. Going for Protect Rings. Getting that Tiger Claw.
And we are getting a Baron Manipulation from Possumorpheus.
Yeah, makes sense here. There are basically two ways to arrange to get your fight on the giant. You can do your manipulation to get the random encounter you need on the giant itself, or devise for when we had a tournament a couple years back that did not let you run away from fights. It was worked out how to get this progress your encounter table such that it would work pretty much anywhere you got a known encounter set. People use Baron for it because of the original circumstances of not being able to run from encounters. You wanted the easiest possible fights.
Absolutely. I personally find the Baron Manipulation easier to read than the original D-Machine Grind chart, but everybody has their own preference.
Yeah, it's at this point it's basically personal preference. I learned it the old way on the original on Giant chart, so that's how I do it. But yeah, it's pretty similar. There is on the moon. Possum just heading straight to Giant.
Possum has decided this will be his final party. Wu might be hoping for something to replace that Sid with.
I know he didn't sell that ninja sword in his inventory. Oh. Yeah, that replaces a Sid. Yeah. We can move that heroine robe right onto Rosa. If Wewbear feels like he has time after, maybe he goes back to grab that Artie bow for her, but if not, we're good to go. We're gonna slingshot that Rosa, and she will be strong. She will be going berserk.
And because she learns Berserk, she can cast it on herself, and you don't have to worry about your white mage and a half spending a turn on it.
Yeah, that is going to be super efficient for Berserker strats, because you're going to have 3 sources of it and 3 Berserkers. And to answer Safe Marshall in chat, regarding using Porum as the Berserker, I mean, that's, you certainly can, she can equip all the stuff, but you do want to use Rosa for this, if you have a choice, just because Rosa's strength is just much higher, and she will hit harder. So, Porum has hit a lot of things. She's been very good at hitting things, but she's small, she needs a juice box.
It's time for Tiny Murder Child to become Tiny Healing Child. But while our runners are getting started here with their D-Machine grinds, I just want to say thanks to our behind-the-scenes staff. We have Asuka424 on restreaming and Scythe Marshall on doing the tracking, and also to Randomania for letting us host our tournament here.
Yes, thank you very much to Randomania, especially, because, you know, I know things are changing with you guys soon, but you have been great to us this whole time. I love you guys. Yeah, no, it looks like Porum is keeping the heroine robe and all that, so, you know, maybe you all are right. He's gonna let the Porum hit things, which, fine. It's not like it's wrong. Like, they're, you know, a white mage archer is a white mage archer. And where are we on our chart here? That is 3 in the next room, so yeah, skips this one. Next one is our fight.
Now, I do...
That was your fight!
Like I said, chart very confusing. Is for smarter people than me.
Oh wait, no, 4+, 4+. Plumeria Knight correctly going, which square was it? And I read the square 1 too low. So no, he was correct to run. This is the fight. Yes, that was a fake fight.
There is not much that's worse than thinking that you've got the right fight, getting everybody set up, and then the searcher summoning a horseman.
Yeah, that's the worst.
I do like
This is really cute.
Yeah, they're mirrored.
Yeah, this is always fun here. This is just, it's really cute just seeing the visual setup. Seems like, while this goes on, we may get to enjoy the sweet sounds of the man with the D-machine gun.
Would that just be a D-machine strapped to your arm like Barrett from Final Fantasy VII?
Yes. Yes, it would.
I now need fan art of this that I didn't know I needed in my life.
Yeah, I cannot draw it to save my life, but...
Chat, you have your assignment.
So far, all of this looks relatively under control for our runners. These fights can go wrong, if you're unlucky, but generally, if you're careful with them, they will stay under control. Oh, we poisoned the searcher, but we're not doing enough damage to that for it to be a thing.
Rosa looks a little purple.
It's the style. It's the fashion.
You're turning violet, Violet.
That's why you don't eat the strange blueberries. Never eat a blueberry a man who hates children gives to you. There we go. Yeah. Rosa, being such a low level, just kind of mangling the turn order, so we're just fixing that.
That is something that can derail a D-Machine grind very quickly.
Yeah. Because really, the thing that makes this fight safe is a solid, predictable turn order, so that you always are prepared for what's coming in the next in the fight.
I haven't been keeping track, but I also can only count downwards from 5.
I can barely keep count of my own D machines. Expect me to count these guys 2 at once?
That D-Machine was having none of Porum's shenanigans.
I mean, look, sometimes he just takes a nap. Yeah, looks like we're finishing up here. On both of them. And to answer Space Drake in chat, leaving the Yang down is totally fine here because Yang is our hero, so he gets experience points regardless.
Sometimes you just don't want to waste the time on spending the turn.
Rosa gets a 42 level slingshot that will put her to 52. This does mean that Possum is about 30 seconds ahead right now. And as tight as this is, that might make a huge difference. No checking the boss up front there for either one. Yeah, none of our racers can take that amount of time.
Well, and if you have Wyvern there, you don't want to fight it there.
No, you're already in hard go mode.
If it was like, kill King Queen Evelyn, and you find it there, absolutely. That's a great time save.
Yeah, and we've ruled out too many free bosses at this point.
But we will see who is here in cave value. There can be some really mean bosses.
Oh, level 56 Porum on Possum's side. That's a Porum.
What does she have, like 1300 HP?
Oh, no, a little bit more than that. Yeah, see, she's got nearly 2000. But honestly, given Porum's magic defense, that suggests to me that she'll be just fine. Because, she's very good at not getting hit for big bangs very much. Yeah, you can tell Possum's rushing, because he's not even doing the sidestep here to... Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh.
Oh, these guys are very punchy here. They're gonna be real rude.
Yeah, they are. Like, this is... Normally, these guys can be a real joke boss. Not here so much, because they do punch, and this is a very, very punchy spot. But we have white. Wewbear is gonna have 2 whites.
I would have thought that white would have done a little more.
Is he still wearing the heroin robe on her? Could be the heroin robe. Oh yes, and Wewbear does only have Cure 4 on the forearm. She does get it quite late. But good damage for Cure 4, even with that heroin rope still on that bomb.
it does look like we are getting some star veils up on Possumorpheus' side.
Yeah, that's a good safety to do if you're feeling like the fight's taking long enough that they might get the breath out. Pop some star veils up and turn these dragons into dragon frogs. There we go.
But on the other side,
Wewbear catching up, yeah.
Yeah, Wewbear is down to 1D Lunar, although it's being very rude.
It is. It also doesn't matter if everybody's up or down or not, because we're pretty good on this.
And Wewbear is finished with the fight first.
Is he going to be able to hold this lead? Yeah, the Lunar Frog strat is actually very interesting. Discovered in the first Highway to the Zemus Zone tournament. Completely by accident. It was a really nasty D-looters at, on a hook route. And a former player named Dipwood, had some star veils up when, the breath went off. And, everybody was shocked and amazed to find that the reflect hit, and they turned into frogs. The way that works is, well, they've got immunity to, like, say, the toad spell. If they get hit with that breath, I guess the checks are different, such that, you know, it will toad them. And it is, you know, I always love seeing it.
And Possum is going to get this news that there is a Rosa up here. He is bleeding time to Wewbear.
Yeah, just, this cutscene now is losing him time on that underground. Going through the, thing. Oh, but she's named after you, and you're getting kicked to the curb. Oh.
I don't want to go down to the lunar subterrane. It's scary.
That's true. But it's very pretty. I mean, look at that. Got all this scenery.
And all the things that want to eat your face.
You have an encounter toggle.
I don't know. Whatever's at that Masamune altar probably wants to eat my face.
I mean, yes, that's just the nature of the dreaded Lake Okanagan.
So, what could be here that could really stump our runners?
I don't think there's anything that can stump them, but there's definitely fights that can annoy them. We still have not seen Gauntlet.
Antlion here is very punchy.
It's very, very traditional, too. The natural habitat of the antlion is indeed a lake in British Columbia. Could be our wyvern.
Double required Masamune altar would be something.
We're gonna see what's here right this second as Wewbear pulls the fight.
This is sort of like a nope noodle.
Actually, you know what? This is actually a really nasty place to fight it. It's got really high magic here. So while we have elemental damage to deal with this easily, these ice 2s that are about to come out are gonna hit like trucks.
Well, and Possum has a Thunderclaw, whereas Wewbear does not.
Yeah, he could very easily gain time back on this. Like, we are neck and neck here. Oh, Possum just for a hair of a second goes past.
But we see Whites coming out, we see Berserks coming out. The final question is, do you just go to Zeromus from here?
It's the swag walk. You gotta.
But Wewbear takes it down at 119.47. We'll see when Possum takes it down.
Probably not much longer than that. Like, there's another Protect Ring. And there is a crystal.
This is a race, y'all. And Tella is going to give up his sorcerer robe to Rosa because he's useless now.
He's not completely useless. He still has a Berserk to cast. And we get the swag.
And I think this is about the time we start asking a question.
What question could that be?
Is it time for bed?
I mean, I'm seeing a lot of sleepy people here, and it's all like... But no, we are pulling up to the final boss of the game, Zeromus, whose stats and script are not randomized in the slightest, but we cannot let you get out of this game that easily. We gotta randomize something here. So, we are about to find out in the game here. Game 2 of Possumorpheus versus Wewbear. Whose butt are we gonna kick tonight?
And of course, is it cute?
And how many butts are there?
Yeah, there are a few with more than one butt.
Yeah. There's a surprising number. You know, once you start counting butts on these things, you realize there's a lot of many-butted Zeromuses.
Does it have a butt?
The head is kind of shaped like a butt.
I can see that. Chat is telling us this is from Mario Superstar Saga.
Or Partners in Time. It's like, you know what? I think I played that way back ages ago, and that sounds familiar because I know I've seen this somewhere. I haven't played many of those, but I did play that one.
But Wewbear is getting to the first Big Bang. I did not see if there was a nerf or not.
Yeah, he should be okay even if it's not. Yeah, there was. Yang hitting for 2,700 with his punches, Kane for 28. Should be nice and simple there. Oh, that was we had a hard cast slow from Tella. See, he has 2 uses.
And getting a second slow. This one reflected. So now he's equal to 1 Star Veil. Or, not Star Veil, Silk Web.
1 Silk Web. Yes, 1 Silk Web. Slapping on that white spirit that he picked up from Cave Bahamut onto Kane. On Possum's side.
And
Old Smella goes for a nap.
But Porum is still up, and Rosa is tossing out whites.
Yeah, just using that small child for target practice. Oh, but we got a black hole there. That's not good.
Small child decides, I'm going to take a nap now and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, he's not gonna pull her up. Just tick Rosa over to heal mode, and that's what will in a vacuum. I agree with doing that with this fight in Wewbear's state. With the time crunch on this, that's gonna be pretty significant.
Every menu you have to go into, every little thing you have to do is just eating away at time on both of our runners' sides.
Yeah, and moving Rosa to curing instead of the white reflections means that she's not doing those 8,000 hits. Yang's agility for both of them will be around 29 naturally. With a Tiger Claw, it will be around 39. Just because with the D machines pulling them up high, that will pull Yang up into his Cecil, but worse. Cecil, but about 10 levels worse. 5 to 10.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
That's not. Oh god, no. Okay, we've got life potions. Come on, Rosa, get up, Rosa. This is not looking good for Wewbear. Like, Possum's got his fight under total control here. Like, not even a hitch on his side.
I mean, that Porum has 2,000 health.
Yeah. She's a big, beefy girl.
But it looks like Wewbear has managed to get both Porum and Rosa up and should be back under control.
Yeah, it's just a question of how much time he lost. Is that gonna be... Did he lose too much time here?
We see the black hole come out on Possum's side. Did pick that Tella back up, probably in order to get another Berserk cast out.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, he requires a Tella to be able to do that efficiently after a black hole, whereas on Wewbear's side, he does not need the Tella up for that, because he's got Rosa and Porum.
Simultaneous Cane Zerks, I liked that.
Yeah. Get our golden boy going.
That nuke coming out on the perfect target.
Yeah, looks good there. Unnerf Big Bang. Leaves up. Ugh. Not good. That extra 300 hit points on Possum's side is making a huge difference.
And just having, that Sid who, he's not doing much, but he can still throw items, and I think we see rocks.
Oh gosh, there's rocks, and there's Rosa getting hit. Oh.
And is this white gonna be enough to do it?
Porum for the kill!
GG's to Possum on taking that out with a time of 1 hour, 29 minutes even.
Very nicely done. Incredibly tense race. Wewbear can't have a lot left to go on this. But yet another big bag. Like, you know, yeah, like I like the difference here really is, I think, that extra 300 hit points on the Porum, just that extra buffer.
And rocks are coming out on Wewbear's side. Takes down that Rosa, but
I don't think she's gonna come back up. Yeah, like our boys can handle any. There was our flash, crack, boom, and down he goes.
And with that, I do believe we are joined by our winner, Possumorpheus. GG's to you.
Thank you. And GG's to Woo. Come on in also. There he is. Wewbear, GG's, man.
GG to both of you. This was an incredibly tight race, like, fantastic play. Like, I think, even if the result's the same, in terms of who won, like, I think, this was the race we were all hoping for yesterday with, beautiful similarity, slight order of operations variance, but, you were, within 2 to 3 minutes of each other the entire way through. That was amazing.
Yeah, it sounded like Wu had a better early game. I guess he found some Gungnir spears on the back of Hobbs, which
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, I'm a little salty about, because I love me some Poison Axe, but not when you jump for 250 damage repeatedly. So,
Yeah,
it sounds like I was behind for most of the early game.
Yeah, that, and you took a slightly worse route going through Edland, but that's really the whole difference can be put to walked a little more through one castle and didn't pick up a Gungnir spear early. That's really it.
I don't know if there was a good route to go through Edland. Trap chests were everywhere.
Yeah, but there was a little more loopy.
And of course, putting off music for you, Possum, whereas Wewbear picked up that that darkness crystal quite a bit earlier.
Yeah, but I didn't check it. That was bad. I didn't check it.
Yeah, I mean, even after getting it, I didn't check it, because there's no way it's exactly Rosa. That would never happen.
It's not so much that for me. It was more like I think it was like 8 or 9 key items at that point, so I'm like, I'll just save it in case it's a good character, then I'll go grab her and grab it and do a D machine. Or it's not a good character and it doesn't matter, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you both popped darkness at the same time, so,
Yeah, it sounded like Wu had a couple of way easier fights early on, and then it sounded like I made up a bit of time on CPU from what we talked about.
Yeah.
Which I think may have played into me catching up a little bit. I will say I was very happy with that fight. It made up for a lot of lackluster fights before that.
Yeah, you were, you did have a much easier time with that, just from going a little more YOLO on that, it just went that much faster.
I usually like doing the Meteo and just Zerk craziness, but I didn't have the Meteo and I was too scared to do the Zerks. My characters really weren't super strong at that point, so it just took a while.
Yeah, I got lucky when I popped a siren and then decided to do a second siren and then got a third siren because it dropped. And so I did that before tower, which gave me a little bit of extra oomph for the Zerkers as well.
I only did one, I think.
Yeah.
Well, and how about that tower? Wasn't it fun?
It was great. As soon as I walked into Tower Key and I saw Golbez, I was like, I like this game. This is fun.
I noticed both of you just stopping dead as soon as you see that and going like, oh, I don't want to fight him here.
Well, it's 2 in a row where he's at a spot that has like 400 to 600 health, and as Wu said in the last race, it's like, can I just hit you already? And you can't.
Just, it's oh, I guess it's time to go refill my beverage. Except you can't even do that because it takes just long enough where you have to be babysitting it. And just short enough.
Just all in all, not a fun tower at all.
Oh, ugly, ugly tower.
And then my sealed Luca cave fight was not the quickest, sadly. A lot of lightning ones were thrown out.
Yeah. That Mylon was very, very angry.
Very angry.
Speaking of the Luca cave, though, Possum, you hit the shame rope, but you did not take the chest of shame.
Yeah, I looted the next one though.
Not the same.
He did the rope of shame.
Sure did.
Nice.
I'll give y'all a half meme.
I'm about 50% on that every time I walk through there.
Yeah, I mean, who isn't? But, yeah, I guess, Possum, you're going forward, and Wewbear, you are out. What's next for you, Wewbear, now that, you're out of the game?
I might play New World? I don't know. People have been bugging me to play either New World, Diablo 2, some other stuff, and I've been busy playing this, so I'm not too sure. I'll probably start doing ladder now too. I have to practice the flag sets a bit, but
Yes,
I didn't.
ladder, more ladder. Yes.
I didn't want to practice other things and then get rusty on ZZ4.
Well, I know that some people will be very excited to have more players on the ladder.
Yes. Mystery ladder. Mystery.
Mystery is scary. I don't know if I love it. It's
dirty
You should
secret
totally
of
do
mystery. Yeah, the dirty secret of mystery is you just assume optimal conditions until everything's proved otherwise, and then you just go for that.
that is fair.
And Possum, I'm guessing, yeah, we don't know yet who you're gonna be up against, I don't think. So, how are you planning to prepare for your round of 8?
What day is it? It's Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Alright, I'm not thinking about that for 6 more days.
Fair.
We're going to enjoy the fact that we actually made it past the round of 16 for once. I guess special shout out maybe to Dia for sitting this one out so she couldn't knock me out again in the round of 16 for the 3rd straight tournament. So yeah, I mean, we'll play some ladder, do some other things, run submitted seeds from folks, yourself included. Just have a good time at the game as always. And when I'm not playing for Enterprise, play some Storybook Brawl. That's been keeping me real level. Not over consuming free Enterprise and trying to keep my mind right.
Yeah, well, that's always a good plan. Burnout is the real killer here.
Well, and be sure to clean your trash can and scream at anything that walks past you.
I will also hiss.
Of course, the hissing is the most important part.
Yeah.
Pirate cat.
And look, I mean, what are possums known for if not for, screaming at their own butts?
Hey, I'll have you know that we help control the tick population in the entire world. We contribute very wonderfully to society as a whole.
That's very true. And you can't catch rabies.
That's true.
Is that because you just act like you're rabid anyway?
Look, Allie, you didn't have to go there. We're all trying to play nice. Come on now.
I love y'all.
I know you do. We love you too.
Well, Allie, do you have anything else you wanted to ask these guys before we let them go?
Nope. I'm just so honored to be able to commentate this race for y'all. I have special place in my heart for both of you. Wewbear, you were my first follower on Twitch that wasn't one of my real life friends.
Yeah, I heard that when I was watching the bracket reveal thing. That was cute. I didn't know that, but I feel honored as well.
And then Possum, we go back to ZZ3.
Team Lakshmi.
But yeah, otherwise, I just want to wish y'all a GG's again and have a wonderful night.
Yeah, thank you.
GG to both you. Also, an absolute joy to get to call both these races. Some fantastic play between the both of you. It's always exciting to see people who are really close to each other play like this because it is super good.
Yeah, I had a ton of fun. It's one of my favorite tournaments so far that they've done. So I've really, really enjoyed it, and I've had super fun. And if I was going to lose anyone, I'm happy it's Possum. And yeah, thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Wewbear, for a great match. Thank you for everything you have taught me about this game and for being such a great friend over the years. It's only been about 2, maybe 2.5, but dude, I really do appreciate everything that you do for this community and everything you've done for me. And thank you to all the admins. Thank you to Neon and Allie for doing comms tonight. Thank you to Firebird and and Oscar and Scythe all behind the scenes. Thank you everyone for everything that you do. And we'll catch y'all sometime next week.
Well, thank you again, and I believe we are finished for the night. But there is more free enterprise.
There's more free enterprise today, even.
Absolutely. We have another Game 2 match going on the free enterprise channel between Zilch6 and Martin Broadcloak. So we're going to be sending y'all over there. We do ask, do not spoil the race. Just say, hey, y'all should really check this one out.
Yeah, because, boy howdy, should they check this one out, but they definitely do not want the spoils. You will get the bug.
But once again, thanks again, and we'll see y'all next time.